What's up, Alpha? It's your boy, Alpha's May. And I see you Alphas in the building getting ready for some news, cause we back, baby. I'm here with the one and the only Uniqo Williams, the legend himself. How you doing there, Uniqo?
I'm doing just fine, and it's good to be here. Zell May, how you doing, brother?
And we blessed. We are finally back. What's the 99 news? I know it's been a long time. Joe, it's been a long time since we did this. It feels good to be back though. We getting some topics in. But before we start, we want to come in with energy, but something major has happened. At a Roscoe Chicken and Waffles, PNB Rock got shot. I don't want to go into too many details because we don't know yet what all happened, but he's in the hospital. Prayers up to the young man up in Los Angeles. They got rumors of spread on some. There's a lot of stuff going down, but prayers up to him and everybody around. But we got some topics for you today. And the first topic we got up is, of course, Ray J has released the contracts. He set the contracts out. I want to know your thoughts on these contracts. Kim Kardashian, the whole thing was a setup. They got a Santa Barbara one, Joe.
It's been reported that they actually, Kriss Jenner actually went and said, do another one. And they said they liked the original video better. So there was another tape out there. Also, I just think it would have been in Ray J's best interest to have released this 20 years ago. I think the world would be much different had Ray J released this information all those years ago. But they was getting the money, so.
They were getting the money. The problem came in that it would probably be a breach of contract, so I don't think they wanted to quite release this. But Kriss Jenner kind of now has made it into a storyline for her Hulu show that needs some ratings. So they're going back to that old well. They like to play that well game. That's why I always tell Kanye. That's why I always say, Kanye, be careful, because they do play these little games where they get off on bringing up old drama and old things that can get you in trouble. And they had a contract, so I know they probably can say that. But once they said something, Ray J like, forget this. You didn't already bring it up. Listen, this is the contract. Kim Kardashian signed my deliveries herself. And that's a reason that's also been stated that might be a reason, Joe, Uniqo, that Kanye need to get his dollars away from him. And I always been for that. That's why I always root against Kanye acting out on the internet. Get them babies away from Kriss Jenner, and I'm tired of him calling people broke on the internet.
I mean, at this point, we know that game is so dangerous. The Hollywood game, and people will do whatever it takes for fame. I mean, this is about a sex tape. So that being said, who knows what they're willing to put, them kids through and all that stuff just so they can retain their fame. So I don't know about them as parents and all that stuff, but it's not a good look.
It is not. Next topic up, we got another quick topic. We got Ice Spice. Promoter who booked Ice Spice said for her to do a show, it used to be $4K. So now her price has went up to $15K, and her team are now canceling shows at that price. I can start this one. I don't like that idea that once you get up and everything's go viral, you just cancel your engagements completely. And ultimately, you just stop doing what you're supposed to do. I always was the person that you honor what you're supposed to do, and then you start back. Then you up the price once you start honoring the deals you already made. I think it's in bad taste not to honor the deal. Hey, but listen, I ain't her. Do your thing. You know what I mean?
My first thing was who, and why would I pay $15K? Who? So there's that part of it. I don't know who Ice Spice is. I don't know, and I ain't heard nothing. So but now you're at the point where you feel like you can charge $15K. You still need to go back and get that $5K because I'm not leaving that on the table. So if I got that many contracts, I'm not leaving that on the table. I'm not canceling no shows. I'm not canceling no money.
True. Like I said, I think it's a bad look. I feel like once you do things like that, it ultimately costs you. Like, I just feel like it's bad business because you don't never know how you slight people, and the way everything all is right at this moment. You can lose all that pop you just got from that TikTok song that she just got. That twerking she be doing that people like. All the young folk stuff, I'm old man now, but all that stuff, all that good old, all that twerking them young people doing. But I feel like once you can build a relationship once you honor your contract. You know what I mean? Like if you fall off, you have a way back. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like I remember you got famous, you still did that show you was supposed to do. So we'll book you for the same price you used to do. You know what I'm saying? Even though you probably ain't worth it no more. That's just in case. That's just good ethics to me.
Agreed.
Yeah. We got two more topics. We got DJ Vlad, who's talking about as an adult, playing video games for long periods of time is a form of depression. If you don't believe me, ask this for yourself. Think about the 100 greatest moments of your life. Do any of the moments include video games? Probably not. And this is coming from a lifetime gamer. Joey, thoughts?
It a clock can be right twice a day. A dead clock, if you will, could be right twice a day. There's some truth to that because I believe that in some places, some people do play video games for depression. I know I've used it as something to help me out during my downtimes. But also I realized that there were some great moments that happened in my life from video games, like Sephiroth killing Ares. There's a lot of finally beating Sonic. You know, one of those crowning achievements. Sometimes beating a game is actually probably one of the more non-depressing things that you can do. So I mean, I understand what he's saying. It can be a relief for depression. It can also be a place of joy as well. So I don't completely agree with him, but I can see where he's coming from. But I think it's a little too extreme.
I don't agree. Let me tell you why. Because if you ask me a question, what my 100 greatest moments, they probably not gonna be from playing video games. But at my lowest moments, some I found enjoyment in was playing for video games. I don't think it is the depressing thing it is. I think it's just something you do to take your mind off when life is stressful. I don't think that means it's depressing per se. I just think that means, yo, life hard. I'm going through some stuff. Let me just cut on Madden, beat a few kids, and then talk trash and get on about my business. I don't think it is a depressing thing. I think he's completely got that wrong. I think
maybe he worded it wrong, right?
Yeah, maybe he worded it wrong. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt in terms of maybe he worded it wrong. He didn't. He was trying to say something quick, get those clicks, do those things, and I get it. He upset the Twitch community, by the way. Like, hey, listen, we make money off this. I don't know what all 100 of my greatest moments happen playing video games because I'm a streamer, so, and I'm making a lot of money off of it. So I can see their arguments too about it. Even though I kind of get if he worded it different, as Joe said, and the way Joe presented it, I do feel like you have a point in that regard.
I mean, and sometimes I think about some of the gamers that I do know, and like they don't get the same, in a sense, quality of life in a sense that I get. You know what I mean? Like I have beautiful women. I have access to that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But there's some people that won't ever get to enjoy those kind of things. Like they'll never get to enjoy laying on top of a girl. They'll never get to enjoy a kiss from somebody that really cares about them. Whereas I'm afforded that luxury and have been for a long time. So with that being said, I can understand how that could be depressing that you're playing video games instead of like talking to girls and stuff, or catching footballs or hitting game winners. You know what I mean? But maybe that's not important to some people either. So.
Well, you could do both. If you're just saying you just running your life away, that's because you're depressed anyway. I don't blame the video game for that. I just think you just don't have a life and don't have no social skills, which prayers for you, my brother. But again,
prayers for sure.
But like I
couldn't imagine.
But like I said, a lot of people playing it's money in video games now. Like I don't know where this old 90s. You play video games all day. You ain't doing no with your life. When there's people literally making millions of dollars playing video games now, so I don't think it's the same level. DJ Vlad might just be old.
That's also a thing. He's been DJ Vlad since I was a kid playing video games. So
when we were playing if you were playing video games for like 14 hours a day when we were little, you probably didn't have a life. But it's 2022. Sometimes you have to adjust for that. Final topic.
Miss Tina Snow.
Yeah, Tina Snow. Nicki Minaj is accusing you of encouraging an abortion and child endangerment with alcohol. This isn't something to stay quiet on. She, of course, said it is a lie. Nicki Minaj has been on a tear lately of all the women she feel like disrespect her. Somehow this gonna come back on black men. I don't know how, but it will.
Yeah.
It's
That's how this happens.
It's gonna 100% talking about black men putting black women together. So I'm just gonna.
Nicki Minaj's husband is 100% about to catch a stray.
Everybody, every male, every black man is going to. I'm just reporting the story. Apparently, Nicki Minaj has been on her new podcast. She's made those songs. She put JT and Bia and all them on it, and said, if you not on this song, it's basically you are op to me, and I don't like you. And she just went on this, and basically Meg, Cardi, Larisha, I think that's her name, is Lakila. I don't know. It's some new rappers. Shout out to them. Hope they make it. I always root for black people in general to make it. But I root for everybody to make it. If you're a good person, please just make it. But apparently she's on a tear right now. She's like, I don't care anymore. And then 3 months from now, like I said, she's going to bring black men. So I'm just telling y'all the story. I'm reporting it. And I'm staying out of black women business, Joe.
I'm staying out of black women's business too. I don't want no smoke. I'm just kicking it. I'm sitting back and watching y'all be the queens that y'all are. I don't want nothing to do with none of that drama. If that drama is between them women, that's between them women. But I will say this. Now we just out here just throwing out claims and stuff. I don't know if should we be doing that? Because I mean, I'm sure that people wouldn't like that if you wouldn't like that if they were doing that to you. So we've seen that happen on Twitter where we fight back against stuff like that. So I'm just saying, are we being hypocritical? Are we being hypocritical right now? That tends to happen a lot in the black women community.
No, listen, I'm staying out of these black women. I'm staying out of these black women business. I love you, queens. I hope y'all all set up. I'm just telling y'all what the news is. That's all my job is, not to give y'all an opinion on none of these black women business. I hope y'all all make a lot of money. From everybody on the Queen Mix to Meg Thee Stallion, who's getting in all these Disney roles. Shout out to her. Shout out to Cardi B. Shout out to Young Miami. Shout out to the one, Ice Spice. Shout out to the one that no one cheered for until she twerked, and then they stopped cheering when she stopped twerking. Shout out to all y'all. I appreciate it.
Shout out to Doja Cat. Shout out to Doja Cat's eyebrows. Shout out to her hair. Shout out to but also I do want to bring this up real quick. I know we're about to get up out of here, but I don't got nothing to say.
Shout out to whoever the white boy nerd balls she under sniffing, because that's for some reason she tweeted that she is doing that after somebody joked about it. So shout out to that dude. I guess he's winning. What a way to end our first time back in a long time, Joe. Any thoughts? What can they find you? Uniqo.
UniqoWilliams.com, and of course, everywhere it leads to right here.
Yeah. And you can find me below in the link tree below, podcast merch, all them things. We do appreciate you and thank you. We back in the news business. We might do this. I might do a solo one, and me and Joe do one of these every week. Probably coming up Tuesday or Wednesday. We ain't got shows them days. I appreciate y'all. Tell us some more news, like and subscribe, all that stuff. And tell us some more news you want us to talk about it. Any subject we will talk about it. Just let us know. Make it make sense. Saturday, Man Cave was yesterday coming out. All those things, reviews, we do all that. So hit that like button, hit that notification bell. We appreciate you. Peace.